Hello again and welcome to another Matt and Michael's Lockdown with me, Michael Farry, and Matt Gilsenan. We're heading towards the middle of January. All the Christmas decorations and the Christmas fuss has gone. And now we're looking forward to spring. We're going to start this lockdown with Matt singing Edelweiss, a song I'm sure you've heard over the Christmas in the film The Sound of Music. It was written for the 1959 Rodgers and Hammerstein musical The Sound of Music, and it's called after the Edelweiss, which is a small white flower found on the Alps. And in the show and the movie, Captain Von Trapp uses it as a symbol of his beloved Austria, which he is just going to leave because of the Nazis' occupation. In fact, it was the last song written by Rodgers and Hammerstein because Oscar Hammerstein died in August 1960. So enjoy Edelweiss.
Hello and greetings to friends everywhere. I have a request from the lovely Aoife to sing a lovely song called Edelweiss, and it was mulling it around all day in my head, and I said sure, I would like to deliver that request as quickly as I can. And it didn't take long. I found a accompaniment and I found words, and it's a simple little song. Anyway, it's a beautiful song. Aoife told me in her little message that she had been looking at The Sound of Music, isn't it? And she latched onto the song and she thought it'd be nice if I would sing it for her. And I said, well, what can I do talking to myself then? I said, sure, maybe it's one of those simple tunes enough. I'll introduce my saxophone into the middle of it. Now, I don't know, some of you might be thinking of sharing this song with your kids, it's a nice little children's song. And you could have fun with this thing. We used to do this sort of thing going to school. Just an ordinary comb and a piece of tissue paper. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try now and sing Edelweiss, especially for Aoife and for anybody else who's interested. So here goes. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, my homeland forever. Now, I hope you enjoyed that little song. Edelweiss, thank you.
Now I'm going to read one of my own poems. This poem came about when I saw a hedgehog crossing the road in front of a huge articulated truck. And the truck stopped, and the driver got out and put the hedgehog somewhere safe. It happened outside Knightsbridge Nursing Home, which is now Care Choice Trim. So I thought, I'll have to write a poem about this. But I didn't want to write one of those cute, sentimental animal poems. So instead, I wrote this one. And in a way, it's a reflection on how nowadays we have no shortage of facts or information. But does that make any difference? And it also makes reference to an old Greek story, which has been used many times by poets and philosophers, which compare people to either foxes or hedgehogs. According to the story, a fox knows many things, but a hedgehog knows one very important thing. Hedgehog. Last Tuesday, as I drove out of town, southwest, on the R160, the Trim Longwood Regional Road, which joins the R148, the old Sligo-Dublin Road, a vital family route, near Clonard, County Meath, I saw, crossing in the northbound lane, a Western European hedgehog, Ericaneus europaeus, an insectivore, protected under Appendix 3 of the Berne Convention, and under the Irish Wildlife Act 1976 and Amendment Act 2000, in the path of an approaching Dublin Reg 2010 Mercedes Atego 816 Blue Tech 4, 7.5 ton tipper with steel 13-foot dropside body, manual gearbox, cruise control, reversing camera, cyclops mirror, beacon light. So I parked illegally on the left-hand curb and prayed to St. Francis of Assisi, patron saint of animals, merchants, Cub Scouts, ecology, stowaways, and San Francisco, founder of the Franciscan Order, whose feast day is on the 4th of October. And when I reopened my eyes, I saw the Mercedes putting on its hazard lights, stopping, and a heavy-booted, blue boiler-suited driver, 35, greying, 5 foot 11 inches, a Liverpool supporter, get out of the cab, pick up the hedgehog, and put it inside the iron railing around the landscaped gardens of Knightsbridge Village, part of Barchester Healthcare, which provides 24-hour nursing care and independent living, then return to his cab and drive away. I checked my mirror and the blind spot over my right shoulder, and there being no other traffic, signalled my intention, moved off, and adjusted my speed to that of the normal, safe and legal flow of traffic. I know nothing worth knowing.
This afternoon's song is by Schubert and was inspired to my mind by thinking of a musical that Trim Musical Society performed in the early 1950s, I think. A song called, or a show called Blossom Time by Franz Schubert. And in that musical, my late great friend Willie Loughran and my other late great friend Rosalie Giles played the leading roles. Now, I heard this song on the radio sometime over the Christmas, and it was sung by Luciano Pavarotti. And I searched for another version and found a lovely choral version. I'm going to sing along with it myself, and I hope that doesn't spoil it, because it's a lullaby, and therefore it's designed to soothe people, not to irritate them. So anyway, here goes. Sleep now, sleep, dream sweet little love of mine. Sleep and dream, lay your head upon my heart. Thousand angels in a choir, see them smiling in the sky, and the songs sweetly blowing, and caressing those who fair. One light gently o'er you gliding, amid golden clouds, so dreamland when you awake, my love, they protect you as you go. For you, my love, they protect you as you go. Sleep now, sleep, dream sweet little love of mine. Sleep now, sleep, lay your head upon my heart. Close your tiny eyes, hear all the angels sing. Sleep now, sleep, lay your head upon my heart. Sleep now, sleep, dream sweet little love of mine. Sleep and dream, lay your head upon my heart. Gently close your eyes, hear all the angels sing. Sleep now, sleep, dream sweet little love of mine. Sleep, sleep, dream sweet little love of Now, I hope that worked. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. I've been looking through some old school books, like this one, the New Prospect Senior Book. So that would have been for 5th and 6th class. It was used in the 60s. And it's a lovely collection of prose and poetry. All the usual poems you might expect are there. Wordsworth, Catherine Tynan, Tennyson, but also, unexpectedly, T.S. Eliot. There's a short poem of his here called Winter Evening. It's actually part 1 of a poem of his called Preludes, which I think has 4 parts, and it was published a few years before 1920, I think. So here is Winter Evening by T.S. Eliot. The winter evening settles down with smell of steaks in passageways. 6 o'clock, the burnt out ends of smoky days. And now a gusty shower wraps the grimy scraps of withered leaves about your feet and newspapers from vacant lots. The showers beat on broken blinds and chimney pots, and at the corner of the street a lonely cab horse steams and stamps, and then the lighting of the lamps. And here's another poem from New Prospect, senior book by Longmans, Brown and Nolan from the 1960s. This is the very familiar The Irish Student and His Cat, sometimes called Pangur Bán. This poem was written by an Irish student or monk in a monastery in Austria in the 8th or 9th century in Irish. And it's been translated into English many times, and the most famous one probably is this Robin Flower one. The Irish Student and His Cat. I and Pangur Bán my cat, 'tis a like task we are at. Hunting mice is his delight, hunting words I sit all night. Better far than praise of men, 'tis to sit with book and pen. Pangur bears me no ill will, he too plies his simple skill. 'Tis a merry thing to see, at our tasks how glad are we, when at home we sit and find entertainment to our mind. Oftentimes a mouse will stray in the hero Pangur's way. Oftentimes my keen thought set takes a meaning in its net. 'Gainst a wall he sets his eye, full and fierce and sharp and sly. 'Gainst a wall of knowledge I all my little wisdom try. When a mouse darts from its den, oh how glad is Pangur then. Oh what gladness do I prove when I solve the doubts I love. So in peace our tasks we ply, Pangur Bán, my cat and I. In our arts we find our bliss, I have mine and he has his. Practice every day has made Pangur perfect in his trade. I get wisdom day and night, turning darkness into light. Translated by Robin Flower. And I should mention that the illustrations for that poem and for the T.S. Eliot poem and all the illustrations in this book are by Eileen Coughlin, who was from Kilbeggan, County Westmeath, and was an artist who illustrated many school books of the 50s and 60s, and also many children's books, and also contributed cartoons to Dublin Opinion and other newspapers. She was born in 1909 and died in 1990. So that almost finishes our lockdown for this week. We hope you have a good week, and we hope you take care and stay safe. Until we see you again next week, God bless. We leave you now with Matt and Michael Meagan, his late singing partner, with a song made famous by Brendan Shine. Do you want your old lobby washed down?
Have a neat little house and a small piece of land in a place by the side of the sea. And I care about no one because I believe there's nobody cares about me. My peace is destroyed and I'm fairly annoyed by a lassie who works in the town. She sighs every day as she passes the way. Do you want your old lovey washed down? Do you want your old lovey washed down, Conshine? Do you want your old lovey washed down? She sighs every day as she passes the way. Do you want your old lovey washed down? The other day the old landlord came by for his rent. I told him no money I had. Besides, 'twasn't fair for to ask me to pay, for the times were so awfully bad. He showed discontent at not getting his rent, and he shook his big head with a frown, and said he, I'll take half. But said I with a laugh, do you want your old lovey washed down? Do you want your old lovey washed down, Conshine? Do you want your old lovey washed down? Said he, I'll take half. But said I with a laugh, do you want your old lovey washed down? Now the boys get so bashful when they go out courting. They seem to be so very shy. And to kiss a young maid, sure they seem so afraid, but they would if they could on the sly. Now me, I do things in a far different way, and I don't give a nod or a frown. But when I goes to court, I says, here goes for sport. Do you want your old lovey washed down? Do you want your old lovey washed down, Conshine? Do you want your old lovey washed down? Oh, when I goes to court, I says, here goes for sport. Do you want your old lovey washed down?